Hey everybody, welcome back to Wicked Sports. This is Power Play, and we're joined as always by Chris Uminski. Chris, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Brian. How are you?
Doing quite well. All right, so what is the on the agenda today for our Boston Bruins?
So, the Boston Bruins, the thing that pisses me off the most about the NHL schedule this year is that the Bruins started later than most of the league.
Yes.
And now I'm having to wait almost a week in between games. They're not playing again until Thursday. Last time we talked, that day was the last time they played.
Right. And so, yeah, we're
Um,
recording this on a Tuesday, the 2nd of November. They haven't played since then.
yeah, but anyway, though, they played the undefeated Florida Panthers again. This time, of course, without Joel Kenville, for
Yes.
reasons that we have discussed in other videos.
Yes. Covered it very thoroughly. If you want to, you can check the channel.
And I gotta say, it was a great game. Made me a little nervous at times. Anybody who follows me on Twitter knows that. I like to live tweet the games when I watch them.
Yes.
It was great back and forth. We ended up winning in the shootout. 3-2. Charlie Coyle getting that shootout goal, and it was just a nasty goal the way that he went in and beat him.
Yes.
Charlie McAvoy looked really good too. The defense has been looking better. I really don't have very many complaints. I just think, the team overall could pass the puck a little bit better. I don't know what's going on with Patrice Bergeron either, but Bergeron's not looking super hot
Yeah.
in the last
Just
couple of
a
games.
slow start to the season. You think something bigger's going on there?
I'm hoping it's just a slow start to the season. I know, he's in hockey terms, he's starting to get a little old. He's in his mid-30s.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it isn't that. Because they call Patrice Bergeron one of the best all-around players in the league, offensively and defensively. So I hope that he isn't starting to drop off. The second and third lines really looked good. Taylor Hall got a couple of assists. He's looking real good on that line with Charlie Coyle. And I think they need to stay out of the penalty box also. All the football people out there, I don't know if you watched the Chiefs game last night and how they were getting flagged every other play. That was kind of like watching the Bruins the other night.
Hey, as a Dolphins fan, we've also had our fair share of ill-timed penalties this season, so I can relate.
And that's just it. It's hard to win games if you're not disciplined as a team. It's there are some penalties in hockey that are okay to take. If you take a fighting major, and you beat the guy in the fight, then that's good.
Right.
The stupid stuff, like the tripping, the high sticking, things like that. They just need to get more control. Happy to say no too many men on the ice penalties this time.
That's good.
But the highlight of the whole game, I think, and I've been a little rough on this person in the past, but that was goalie Linus Olmark. I think he should have been the number one star of the game. He was I've said in the past that he's like an iffy goalie. When he's good, he's pretty good, but usually he's not pretty good, at least so far as I've seen with the Bruins. But the other night, man, he looked really good. So I have confidence in him going forward on the tandem with Jeremy Swayman.
Yep.
And I'm confident for what's today? Tuesday? For Thursday's game. And they are playing the Hurricanes. But it's great too because we gave the Panthers their first loss of the season.
Yes. So big win for the Bruins there. Big loss for the Panthers. I mean, they're in a tough spot right now after a quick and hot start to the season. Who knows what's going to happen there?
I mean, you never want to lose your coach, especially when you're doing so well to start, and especially in the circumstances. But all that being said, though, I don't think that coaching is really what was getting Florida by. They're just all around a very good team. I mean, it took us going to the shootout in order to beat them.
Right.
So
I mean, that's good for the Bruins, though. It shows, like, good improvement, and hopefully they'll be able to carry that through once they start actually playing consistently instead of one game every week or whatever where we've got going on now.
yeah, it's gonna pick up in the next week. We got the Red Wings on Thursday, and the Leafs on Saturday, which I'm very excited to watch that.
Yes.
And then the Senators on Tuesday, and that's what the next week is going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I'm happy in the direction that the Bruins are going in right now.
Awesome.
They're trending up.
Always good to hear. Do you have anything else you want to touch on before we get on out of here for this update?
Well, I guess the last thing is we talked in the past about Jack Eichel, how he wanted out of Buffalo. He hasn't been on the ice with them. Well, like we learned today, there's always stuff coming out about him every day. Like, oh, this team's in on him. This team's not. The team I've heard that's the most in on him might be Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard their name in the rumblings, but today it came out that the Bruins are not interested in him.
All right, so we're not going to steal another Buffalo star.
I don't think. Yeah.
This year.
And I'm perfectly fine without having Jack Eichel. As much as I love having like Massachusetts natives and Boston guys on the Bruins, which there's a lot. Bruins like looking for local talent, but I'm perfectly fine with Jack Eichel not being with the team.
Yeah, no, I mean, sounds like there's just a lot going on there that maybe be better to just avoid.
Yeah, I talk a lot about the gossip going around the league, especially with like Blackhawks, like people wanting to get traded from this team and that team, but I mean, I don't want to be talking about gossip all the time, especially if a guy with as much drama as Jack Eichel is going to be.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm a little surprised. Well, the surgery and all that stuff, it's hard. It's probably like irreconcilable differences between the team and the player, but Buffalo's been playing good so far. I'm sure they kind of wish that they didn't fumble this situation, but it is what it is.
I mean, for their sake, I hope they get something for him. Because if it gets to the point where they have to like drop him to waivers, and then somebody, I don't know who, will pick him up. And it's really just he needs to find a team that's gonna allow him to have this surgery that he needs. Which I hope maybe he goes to the Players Association and they do something for him.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it would feel like it's like if he's not going to play for you, just let him get the surgery. Like, what is the issue here? I don't get it.
Yeah, I wish I knew more about that process because now it's come up a couple of times. Yeah, like I've never really heard of this. Like, oh, you're hurt, you should go get this, like, whatever help you need so you can be ready. Like, I've never heard that issue in like a sport like football.
Yeah,
they're not gonna let a player get a procedure that he needs. Like, it's really, I've only ever heard of it in hockey. Like,
yeah, I don't know. It's a weird circumstance, to be sure.
The league as a whole just needs to take a long, hard look at themselves.
I can't disagree with you after the things we've been covering, Chris. Oh, man. All right, Chris, where can they find you online?
So you can find me talking about all my Bruins stuff, other stuff around the league, ripping on the Maple Leafs, and ripping on the Blackhawks a little more now, too. They won their first game, which is fine, I guess. But they're bad and they're awful, so I'll be ripping on them a lot. If you're looking for a fun time, come follow me, Chris_Uminski.
All right, go follow him there. You can follow me on Twitter at @theFakeBMar. This BMAR. Our channel is on Twitter @WickedGoodSport or WickedEverything, Instagram @WickedEverything, Twitch @twitch.tv/WickedEverything, and then on TikTok, search WickedEverything and search Wicked Good Sports for the TikTok version of this channel. Chris, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And we'll see you all in the next one.